Hello guys, Ari here. Nice to have you here. I decided to make a video after maxing one of those ramble kind of videos. I remember watching Lelador's ramble videos and Osiris's ramble videos and I really enjoyed them, so this is my cheap attempt at trying to do something like that. Since I maxed the account and I wanted to make a video where I show off my bank a bit, my kill counts maybe, and talk a bit about what I want to do from here. But yeah, 2 days ago I maxed and now I have this very OP cape that I can use to do things. I ended up at around 480 million total XP when I maxed, and that was enough to get me rank 13 hardcore Iron Man. There's a dead guy rank 12 who is 489 million, so I should be able to go past him in these next 6-7 days without any problems. As you can see, I'm just doing all kinds of different things with the Maxscape. If you watch my streams, you probably know that I hate Shopscape, so I'm actually quite enjoying this. I'm getting 26k rune crafting XP per hour, but it's not really the reason I'm doing this. I'm just doing this because it's kind of nostalgic, it's pretty chill, and it's nature runes. Yeah, I also need to make some cosmic runes. I have like 700 left. Mainly use these for farm runs, I guess, which I am starting to do again. Since I did get the Maxscape now, so I'm gonna switch the Chrono Seed to an Ada Seed and start doing full farm runs. Well, I say full farm runs, but I don't know if I can be bothered with the Snape Grass. I'll probably just do Limpers and 8 herb patches, as there are that many in the game. But yeah, this is where I got after I maxed. I'm gonna show a bit of the bank now, since that's probably why most of you are even watching this video. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So, as you can see, my total bank value is now 1.46 billion. And no TiVo or a scythe, obviously, by the way. So this is mostly, I'd say 2/3 of it is gear and the rest is just my items and supplies. Yeah, so this is the layout I get when I open the bank. I have fast access to everything I need to withdraw the most from the bank. Wait, let me just put these back here as well, so like so. Yeah, so I've organized the bank in a way where, for example, if I want to do a farm run, I can do this. Take that, and the rune pouch is supposed to have law runes, dust runes, and nature runes in it. And obviously this thing as well. And I can do my farm runs if the bucket came to my inventory, just like so, or birdhouse runs like so. But yeah, this is why I've organized the inventory like this. Some jewelry placeholders, runes. Here are the achievement diary items. I did end up completing every achievement diary except the wilderness one, which I will not probably bother with at all. I don't see a point. I think it's a weird flex, potential death, so fuck that. Here you see the skilling outfits. If I want to do something fast like Karam wands or redwoods, or I don't really know why this is here. I don't see myself doing any mining anytime soon. I might do some granite. I did Tweetic 4G from 90 to 99 mining, and I would like to try out mining with the skill cape perk. So to see what kind of rates I would get doing that. So obviously you do need the Baroque armor for that, but maybe that's something I could do. But yeah, I'll just put that in my house if I ever need 4 bank space, which is unlikely. Here I have the raid items I take with me to raids. Obviously I don't take these 2 for self-scouting, but they are there for pre-scouts. The Tome of Fire, Pharaoh's Scepter, which I would like to use to do some Pyramid Plunder post-max. I got it when I had 90k XP left for 99 thieving, so I never got to use it much. I was thinking I should maybe get rid of these, but then I ended up deciding that there is still many places where having these 2 with you is more convenient than the max cape. For example, Zulra. It is way more convenient to have a construction and a crafting cape with you, I think at least, than having a max cape. You don't have access to 1-click or shift-click teleports with the max cape in your inventory. And obviously at Zulra, you definitely do not want to be wearing the max cape on a hardcore. If you have the Ring of Life effect on, you can be fucked over by the... if you get Ring of Life out and you're venomed, it will fuck you badly. So it's better to not have the max cape on you and just die and use the Zulra Resurrection and go back another day once you get out of the Zulra prison. I do have my gear tab next, but I think I want to leave that last. So this is the food tab, which is not all of my food. I've just made a general food tab where I put things in here. Usually I should drop some of these items, but I need these placeholders for doing Wintertod. It's annoying if I don't have placeholders and every time I bank shit from the chests it doesn't go like somewhere in the bank that I want them to go, but instead they just go on a random tab that I happen to be in at that time. But yeah, I don't really have much raw food. The Quran ones are for AFKing in the mornings when I go live, but I have the stream starting screen and making coffee or something if I don't want to pay 20k to go into Nightmare Zone. If it's a fast morning. Never fished much monkfish on this account. Actually, not a single one. This is all from Kraken, I believe. This is... when I got 85 agility, I wanted to start doing Arty with Preserve. And I only had like 100 summer pies, so I decided I'm gonna make 500 summer pies for boosting Arty cores, and I ended up, well, using less than 300 I believe to get 90 agility, so everything is left over. A bit of overkill on that, but no matter, it was still interesting to make those. Yeah, that's about it. This is a nice tab. It's actually one of my favorite tabs in the bank, I think. My potions. And this will probably change in a week and a bit more when they release the new fucking Easy Escape Divine Potions. I might have to play around with this tab a bit and change things. But yeah. This many prayer potions. I do have Hydra and Serp completed. Well, I don't have the leather from Hydra, but I'm not going back there before I have a Twisted Bow. So I am just like... Well, I don't know. I don't really do camping, Piety Slayer. Some tasks I have the overhead melee pray on and I pray Preserve, and other tasks I just Camp Preserve, and then with the SGS I can negate the prayer loss completely almost, if I only have Preserve on. Well, there's not actually a lot of every potion here. I made these for skilling grinds before, for the max. Like for Blast Furnace, for Lava Runes, and whatnot. Some brews here. This will... Well, the only place where I see myself using these is Chambers, probably. Actually, no. I am gonna be doing Armadillo, so that is gonna be consuming both of these tags. Hopefully not too much, though. Hope I get lucky. I actually have an Armadillo. I almost went to the gear tab and spoiled things. But I did get an Armadillo task. Gonna do it on tomorrow's streaming in the morning. Obviously this might be very far into the future watching this video, but yeah, weird flex. So here are the herbs. They are in like, well, the Torstal is an exception. I put it play near here, so when I want to make super combat I can like organize the Torstal here. One and the 3 potions here, and then when I want to make super combats I just deposit my current inventory, take 7 of each like that, and then start making them. So these are here, and each herb is placed next to the clean one of itself, obviously, and they go in order like this. All the grimy ones are from, well, raids, obviously. I always clean all my herbs I get from patches before I put them in the bank, or, I mean, note them with the leprechaun, so... Every grimy herb is from raiding. And besides these, obviously, I just never bothered to clean these, because I don't see the point. Or these, is even more. Fuck this herb, honestly. I have so many seeds for this as well, and I only have 300 wines. Good thing I have this many range spots, so I don't really have to worry about it. And I've placed all the unfinished potions here in order from what gives the least XP to what gives the most. Actually, I think I lied. Super attack gives more than... Yeah, so prayer restore is here, and then super attack is after. So this should actually be... What about the super energy one? Maxed, by the way. Don't remember the levels for everything, by the way. Yeah, so this would be like so. Put this here and this here. And so now I believe it's in correct order when it comes to XP. And why I have them here is so that when I'm doing herb lore, beside this row here, all the rows here, I can just like put it on 14, deposit my current inventory, and then do this and start making the potions. And as I go down, it always aligns for me nicely here to take 14 of each after depositing the current inventory of potions that I have just made. So yeah, this is probably the nicest stack. I do need to make more super energies to match this, but that is almost 28.8 thousand amulets, which I believe is around 7 point something thousand. Let's see the exact amount. 28,792 divided by 4. So this is 7.2 thousand stamina potions on top of these. 7.2 thousand 4 doses. So I do hope that is enough for me to get a twisted bow from raids. I do use like 6 to 8 doses per raid. It's enough, right? There's no way I don't get a T-bow with 7.2 thousand fucking staminas. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Some Wines of Sammy. Where have I gotten this from? I haven't really done much Sammy. Oh yeah, it's probably all from Master Clues and Slayer Necrials. I don't really kill Calphite Queen I don't really kill, or I mean I don't really telegrab. Yeah, I'm not about that life anymore. Oh yeah, and I also have 5,000 unfinished potions here, and then I also have fucking 4,000 more herbs lined up here, and then I have over 100 dwarf wheat seeds, I think. So yeah, very fun times. About 7,000 bird nests right now, on top of the 3.3k stack almost, so I am still doing my bird runs. I aim to do like at least 4 a day. That would be nice. I am actually 33k away from 104 hunter. So that's nice. It's a weird chunk to the most of you, but for those who... Well, if you know, you know. It's nice. I'm not sure what to do about this shit. Probably never gonna use it, but I don't want to hold the... I mean, I don't want to ruin the placeholders either, so... This I can get rid of though. Yeah, not like that though. Can you? Thank you. Oh yeah, and I do buy chocolate bars to make Caralanders because you can buy so many and so fast using the Lumbridge chest, the Cullinermancer chest. These are the binding necklaces left over from the lava runes, which by the way I didn't mention here. Ended up making this many lava runes from 88 to 99 rune crafting, I believe. Sometimes when I had to do other things at the same time I was doing Zeya, but mostly, well, lava runes. While I was buying earth runes for the lava rune grind, I was also buying fire runes and death runes for the trident to use at raids later. I was making some natures earlier like you saw. I do have to make some more cosmics as well. Don't really use those as much. I believe I only use them for the spellbook swap nowadays, and have to make some of these things more soon. But yeah, I am currently farming with the Anima Seed. As soon as I plant it, the Chronos dies in, I think, well, tomorrow, I think. I don't know about doing full herb runs where you do snape grass as well. Because you can easily match all the snape grass you want for all your herbs if you just do the contract whenever you get it. As long as you do your contracts. Well, this is easy. This is a bit annoying, but well, it could be worse. It's pretty fast. I believe you can get like 2.5k Mortmire fungi an hour if you do it correctly, using your butler to bank. These I will get passively every herb run I plant 5 of these. These I will not be doing the new method. I don't even know if it is a method or if it's shit or what, but I just cannot be bothered farming some boss where all the plebs are and there's no instance. I mean, I agree it's a good thing not everything is instance, but at the moment you have to realize that it becomes an inconvenience if I can't just go there, voice crack, sorry, kill the boss, farm the eggs and come out. So I think I'll keep doing my Tower of Life method for this. Whiteberries, I have plenty of those. I always pre-plant Carantines for contracts, so that's ended up nicely here. And I do have some grimy. I am planning to use everything after I've also farmed all the seeds. I will go to the farming guild later as well and show off that. But yeah, I don't see myself grabbing more of these. Recently I started doing potato cactus along with the push runs I do. But since potato cactus grows fast, I was thinking about just every time I do my herb run, I also check health of the potato cactus in farming guild if I did not get the contract, and then I would pick the potato cactus and replant a new one every time I do a new farm run, because I believe it will grow back in time anyway, unless you had some limpet root contract or something. So I don't know if that's worth it, or should I just keep doing them consistently with the one in Alcarid and leaving the one in Farming Guild for when you actually get the contract. Yeah, I don't know. I'll play around with it. Have to buy some more sardines for the red spider eggs. Like, out of all the potions, I think the first thing I will run out of will be super restores. I mean, it would be super combats, but I just literally have to make some more right here quickly with the Torstals. This is not a problem at all. I just have to be bothered to make more. But the super combats, I take 3 per raid. Granted, I don't always even drink a single dose. But if I had to guess what will be a problem first out of what I currently have, it will be a super restores. I do have 650 more lined up here and then some seeds obviously, but yeah, we will have to see. I also don't like how I started doing nectrials in the catacombs and they don't drop nearly as much herb seeds as they used to in the Slayer Tower before Farming Guild, when it was still very good to kill nectrials there, but after contracts it kind of became redundant, I guess. This is my skilling supplies tab. Yeah, so these, I'm just gonna get it out of the way. These, in the Priest Imperial quest, when you yoink the golden key from the monk in the church, and then you have to go and put the key inside the correct well to get the metal key out for the prison. I believe only during the quest you can go around in the other wells and change the normal equivalent of these to get the golden version. Obviously you can't do anything with these, like even if I try and light a fire, sadly. Oh, look at this gamer. Big gamer right here. It does not work. It's just a... I don't even know why I have this. Honestly, I used to have it as a tab icon on my main, so I felt obligated to do it on this account as well, but yeah, whenever I need bank space, this is the first things to go. But I am good for now. I have 25 plus 16, so 41 bank space still. And I do have placeholders for most things. So yeah, an Infernal Axe to make Redwoods a bit more AFK when I quickly have to go AFK something and I don't want to pay to go to Nightmare Zone. Also a clue step, I believe. 2 extra axes. Rune pickaxes and rune axes. I believe these are from clue scrolls and then a bunch of these are from Kurasks. I'm just collecting them at this point. I don't think they are worth much if alked. 600k, 700, yeah, that's not really too big of a deal. Here you have the tools. I can quickly withdraw from here for something. The molds for jewelry, the most commonly used ones at least. I figured I can just come into the crafting guild and I believe if you, well, there's some molds and then upstairs there's some more things and I believe you can buy somewhere here. Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, probably can't buy anything here. I just maxed 2 days ago, sorry. Some leftover headless arrows and broad arrowheads from the fletching grind. Been doing some more Zulrah lately, so stacking up battle staves again. I did make over 2,000, 2,600 I believe, and also made the orbs when I was in dire need of cash. Some Mithril Dart tips I still have. We'll probably use this at Pyramid Plunder, like I said earlier. I want to try out the Scepter. Try out the Scepter at the Plunder, since it's a bit nicer XP rate. And it's pretty fun, honestly. These are from Birdhouse runs. I don't think I've ever made a single Sapphire ring for my recoil ring myself, because I've been doing my Birdhouse runs very consistently throughout the history of the account. Well, these are just dead content, unless... Oh, that's not too bad, you know. Maybe one day if I'm extremely bored. Don't really need these anymore. I have the backscape now for Ring of Life. That's a decent alk though. But, well, these two, obviously, these will become recall rings for Ring of Suffering, and I have plenty of dueling rings left over from lava runes. I greatly miscalculated the amount I had to make. I made about 3.6 thousand of each, and I ended up with 1.1k extra of those, and then I believe the binding necklaces are here for whatever reason, and this many extra of these. So here are the gems. Uncuts here, cut ones here, and obviously these are all from raids. I am currently 1030 raids kill count, and everything after 230 has been solos. So roughly 800 solos in now. And you get more points in solos, so when you get supplies you do get more than you would have in a team raid, obviously. So these are all from raids. Well, not this, obviously. I did a couple of hours of gem mining for my 99 mining, because I do want to do Slayer after max. I'm missing the imbued heart, and who doesn't like Slayer, you know? That's how it goes. Everyone likes Slayer, hates runecrafting. I do like both though. Even lava runes, I very much enjoyed that grind. And these I can just AFK in the bank to prevent bank standing, unless I'm doing something like I'm doing now, where going in and out of the bank would be inconvenient. I don't really know if I will end up making these into anything. Like, actually. I do realize that I could make like bracelets and then alk them for money. Or I could make rings. I just don't know. The stacks look nice, so I'll just keep them. Obviously I had way more dueling rings, but I mean emeralds, but since I used 3.6 thousand emeralds for binding necklaces and another 3.6 thousand for dueling rings, the stack depleted a bit. Otherwise I believe this would be about similar with this stack right now. 24 dragon stones. Where do you get dragon stones from? Scotizo? No, I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know what to do with these. I don't really need a mass amount of glories. I believe I have 20 to 30 already, and I barely use them outside of clue scrolls. Here are the ores post 99 smithing. Ended up making this many gold bars on this account throughout the whole thing, so I've never really made anything out of this except the occasional... Well, I did make a couple thousand dueling and binding necklaces, and however many I've used for Dixite pendants. I think in total I'd say 40 to 50,000 of this gold ore is bought from the shop, and everything else is from raids and gargoyles. I believe those are the gold ore sources. So that's nice. I'm looking forward to, while Blast Furnace was very annoying. This is the other way around when I was runecrafting. While Blast Furnace is very annoying without the smithing cape, with the wax cape it's actually quite enjoyable. You can just camp the cold gauntlets or the ice gloves, so I'm definitely looking forward to doing some more raids, increasing the stack to 10 to 20k, and trying out some Blast Furnace with doing pure gold with camping the ice gloves. Silver, obviously all from raids. I will not bother with this. I do have to smelt some of it to make slaughter and expeditious bracelets for Slayer, but As of now, whenever I need it, I can't even be bothered going to Blast Furnace. I just AFK'd in Edgewell while doing something like a fully reclined gamer. 20,000 coal. I ended up putting my kingdom fully on coal. I don't see why I wouldn't do that. Because firstly, you have it on 10 herb, 5 teaks. And this was before the farming guild for me personally, so I had it like that until I knew that I had 90 herb lord banked in seeds and the herbs I had. Then I changed it to full teaks and 5 coal. Because you get so much mithril ore from raids, which by the way I had over 90,000 of. But because I hated buying gold ore so much, I made up for it with, I think, like almost 80,000 mithril ore in total. Where I made everything into bars. I ended up making 6,500 mithril plates and everything else into darts. Maybe not that much actually. Maybe I used like 60,000 or so. But you get the point. I made up for the lack of gold ore to not buy any more with using my mithril. And since you get more raw ore from raiding than you get coal, I had to make up for it from kingdom. So now and until forever, I think I will keep kingdom on coal. Would this help the atmosphere? Does it make any sound? Oh. You might be hearing some cars outside my apartment building right now. But who cares? RuneScape works just the same regardless of cars outside or not. Anyway, add yours. I think I will make these. Well, not think. I know I will make all of these into darts. So that's what? That's like 35,000 addy darts. Okay, that was fucking scary. And some runite here. I've made all of my runite into runite darts. And the only place I use them at is Inferno, so I don't need to bring a dart switch. Since I'm doing ACB capes on task still, it's nice to have the rune darts for blowpipe at least. I brought dragon dart switch to Addy for my first cape, but I couldn't even make rune back then, but now that I can, I've already made like 20,000. So this is for rune crafting, this is for blast furnace. Obviously this is redundant now, because the max cape is goldsmithing gauntlets. I have to look up if you need this for a clue or something, or whatever, and if not, then it's just -1 bank space, and I'm gonna replace it with this. It looks so stupid. That's better, I think. And I will get rid of these to save 1 bank space. Some logs. This is Zulra and King Black Dragon. These logs I have not had new in my bank for a long time. I believe this even is just from Winterthod. Teak logs. Not many left after the crafting grind. Construction grind. I do have some leftover planks which I might end up using. I believe this would give me like a couple million XP and I would get a single digit construction rank on the hardcore Iron Man high score, so I might look into using these. 2000 mahoganies. I believe all of this is just from Zulra. I've been doing Zulra actively lately. I've been enjoying it. Some mithril nails for master stashes, planks, limestone, this is Winterthod. Some jugs I bought for the grapes I had. And these are actually, yeah, I made this many magic longbows, but yeah, I had a lot of U-logs on this account. I basically made all of it into unstrung, and I used to be very active with the daily diary of taking flax to the flax keeper or whatever that guy is and getting your daily 120 bowstrings or 240 bowstrings. Let's go check right now. I know that I haven't done it today, so might as well. But yeah, I used to do this for the longest time. I looked at it as free fletching XP out of the logs I had, because you get the same amount of XP for making the unstrung bow. 250, holy. So you get the same amount of XP from making the unstrung bow, and then you get another same XP drop for making the actual bow. So I don't know what I want to do with this, because if I wanted to alch all of this, it would be 768 each, which is roughly a bit more than double the price of a nature rune. And it would give me 10.7 million, but it's 14,000 alchs. And I can tell you 10 items right now that alch for more than double of the nature rune's price, so I just feel bad dropping these. And I do have some bowstrings, so I might fletch them. But these especially I will not touch. This is for the early fletching grind from Kingdom when you have your thing on maples. Saltpeter, this is all raids and winter toad. Silk, I believe this is early game thieving. I will not be selling this to that guy. Ended up making this many light orbs for crafting. I will not probably be ever... I will probably not ever make this at Dorgish Khan to get the full XP. I know Flynn did that, but... yeah. Celastro Spark. I've been trying to learn the one-tick hunter method using the Celastro Spark. It's interesting. Obviously, I do not need 21 of these since it's a 4-tick action to actually make it. So you have to fuck up quite badly to actually end up making the battle staff out of it. The Ancient Signet. I have it ready here. I'm missing a second Pharaoh Scepter to make the best altar in your house, so I have it ready here when I go there. Some soda ash. I don't know why it's down here, because... oh yeah, I skipped over these. This is all just bird. Like, all of it is purely just bird. I've not done much sandstone mining on this account. I think a couple of hours at most. Everything else is just from bird, and I think I filled like 10 to 20,000 buckets of sand myself with the annual pit method when it was the meta. These are from some monster. Is it... how the hell do I have this? I think it was left over from when charters were meta and I was banking things instead of camping the actual charters. And some from Kraken. And this is the giant seaweed I kept doing, and now after max I started doing this again because I want the stupid tangleroot pet. I still don't have that, and I would really like one. And I believe the giant seaweed has the best chance per seed to give you the pet if you consider the growth time as well, which is like 45 minutes I believe for giant seaweed or something like that. Easy escape as well. Yeah, I need to buy some more feathers to match these and then make some more arrow shafts when I'm like rune crafting at Zeya or something. Here's the farming tab. I am running low on the volcanic ash, but I do have 980 charges in the bottomless bucket. And currently I only fill the bucket when I get a watermelon contract. I harvest the watermelons directly into the farming guild's bin, which holds 30 produce. And because of the bottomless bucket, it's 60 charges every time I get a watermelon task. I mean contract. Task. Yeah. So far it's been enough. Now that I will start power farming with 8 herbs and 5 limpurts every farm run, which is 13 compost charges. And I've recently started only using like even just super ultra composting palms and even papayas. I used to buy the pineapples, but I just cannot be fucked doing that anymore, or for the longest time I haven't now. Obviously I will use the papayas for the palms if I have them, because they don't have any other use, so might as well. I used to farm my willows when I was low on the other trees, but I stopped doing that recently. For the longest time now, I usually, like every day when I wake up, I do a tree run, and well, I always do one of the fruit trees. I take 5 of each, and then if I happen to have maple, yew, or magic, I don't use my willows anymore. I do take 5 of them as well, but I do like to have some maples in the bank in case I get a maple tree contract in the farming guild. And I do always pre-plant the maple, and I skip my yew and magic tree contract offers from Jane. So these are just purely used by me for XP, and I do leave one always, and I don't fully empty the stack, because for some reason when you make new saplings in your bank, if the placeholder is empty like this, and I were to put a watered yew sapling down here, once it would grow, the yew sapling would stay down here and it would clear this placeholder, messing up everything from this like downwards. But you can avoid that if you always leave one sapling. Birdhouse seeds. These are like nowadays it's so easy. You just do 1 hour of master farmers, and as long as you do your contracts 3, 4, 5 times a day, not even that many, you can like sustain yourself for over a month of birdhouse runs with just that 1 hour of master farmers. So yeah, that's pretty fucked. Some extra pie shells from the summer pie grind. I should probably put these into the farming guild seed vault. I will never use any of these for anything unless I get chained and I need to plant these as an easy contract. Some poison ivy berries. I have 1 poison ivy berry bush planted. I don't even have that anymore. I used to have 1 poison ivy bush planted out of the 4 that you harvest on your berry runs, so that I could sustain my daily calquat with the protection. I don't really want my calquats to die, since it takes a long time to grow, and I don't want to be curing it or resurrecting it, and it messes up the growing cycle. So I just pay it every time. It's 8 poison ivies every time for each calquat, so not too bad. 2 bottomless buckets. I believe I'm almost 140 Hespori kill count, so I've had 2 white lily drops on the account, but 3 compost buckets. I think it would be a great addition to be able to trade in your bottomless compost bucket to Jane and be like, hello, I found this from Hespori. Would the guild have any use for this? And then Jane would be like, oh yes, this is actually great. The guild can give you some of these seeds we found, and then she would offer you like 15 to 20 white lily seeds for each bottomless compost bucket. Because it's not worth enough to justify dropping to your alt. And yeah, I'm not really high alking it either. And since I don't do wieldy bosses, I don't really get super compost that I could put into some of these. And even if I could, what the hell would you use super compost for? This shit is so easy to get nowadays, especially with 99 mining. You can like get a ridiculous amount of ash in an hour of mining. It's not a problem whatsoever, especially if you were used to the old way of getting ash. Teak saplings, mahogany saplings. I remember when these used to be a luxury, but the farming guild completely broke the amount of seeds you get for these. I know that for people who do Theater of Blood, they already had a luxury of having a lot of mahogany and teak seeds, but since I don't Theater of Blood, the farming guild really was it was nice. I can now consistently do my mahogany runs. 9 Celastro saplings. Oh, I never farm these like for XP. I always have it pre-planted for the contract, and that's the only time I use them. I don't farm them. The same for redwood. I don't farm them for XP. I only have it pre-planted for the contract. And recently I started doing my spirit trees again for XP, because you don't really need any spirit tree outside of the one in outside of the one in Etceteria for the bush run. So I started farming the 4 other patches that are in Farming Guild, Port Sarim, Brimhaven and Hosidius. I started farming all of them and replanting them for XP because it's pretty good, and well, it's also pet chat, so that's nice. And for those wondering why my saplings are not, or why my old seeds are not in the seed vault, I try to have seeds you get from PVM in my bank. And also because when the seed vault came out and I put all my herb seeds and allotment seeds in, and I had to completely reorganize my farm tab, and then later they added also the function to have saplings in there. So if I were to put all of these into the shitty seed vault, I would have to reorganize my farm tab again, and I just cannot be bothered, and I like the way things are now, and I have plenty of bank space as well, so yeah. This is the Slayer tab and the PVM tab with duplicates of gear that I don't need in my gear tab. I've had 10 King Black Dragon heads in my 800 King Black Dragon KC. I broke the 7 of them into ensouled heads for prayer XP, but I do have some extra, and it makes a nice Slayer tab icon, and I have another extra for if I ever want to make the helmet, which I probably won't. And the third one is there because I got it and I haven't made it into the heads. I mean the ensouled heads. The Dark Claw, got this from the totems I got from 99 Slayer. Also got the pet, so missing the jar from Scotizo, which is very unlikely that I'll ever get it. Abyssal Head. This was my first unique from Abyssal Demons, which made me not very happy at the time. But there it is. I personally think recoloring the helmet is a waste of points, and I actually like the default Slayer helm. I think it looks nice, so I don't mind actually. Some baby dragon bones and big bones. I believe these are from Dragon Implings. These are basically just bone crusher charges with the Mauritania diary when I'm out of dragon bones. I do keep doing it daily still to get bone crusher charges. Dragon leathers, made all of these and made them into bodies, and I don't think I've alked all of them yet, but soon, TM. Long bones, these are all from Nightmare Zone, with the exception of probably a couple. Maybe I got from Slayer or from a Mystic in Raids or Mutadal or something. 112 Ancient Shards. I just use my Arclight very freely now for anything that it works on because, well, I have 112 shards and I have Demonics completed. I have Zami completed. Well, not completed. I'm missing an extra spear and the Steam Battle Staff. If I ever want to do Corp, I need the extra spear. But as of now, I don't see myself ever wanting to do that, so might as well use them for Slayer and get some strength XP from doing Slayer. Some 2 key halves. I've been saving these for the longest time, and then they said that there's a special crystal chest in Prif. So I'll hold on to them a bit longer and see what it's about. 5 shield F halves. 14.6 million Slayer XP. I don't have a single Dragon Spear, and I have had 6 shield F halves. Because 5 of them are here and 1 of them was made for the diary, so 6 in total. And I haven't really used the Ring of Wealth that much, so if I really want to farm the Dragon Spear, I'll just start doing Mini Slayer using the Ring of Wealth, and it shouldn't take that long to have one. Or worst case, I can just go camp the, what are those things called? Gorax, I think. Whatever, you know the things you kill to get rare drop table items in the fairy dimension or whatever. I alked my extra duplicate mystic parts. Kept 1 of each. I believe something is required for a clue scroll. one of my 2 superior uniques. I have 5 dust battle staves, 1 of which is from a superior and 4 are from dust devils. And 1 mist battle staff in 250 something superiors, I believe I have. 1 leaf bladed axe, 5 Godward shard 1s, 1 Godward shard 2, missing 3 for a new blade, 7 Saradomin swords, and a Saradomin hilt, which is a duplicate. I have like 520 Ziliana KC, I think. 3 leaf-bladed swords and a leaf-bladed battle axe. Not really worth mentioning. Granite maul throughout the history of killing gargoyles, and these are the other granite uniques from Slayer. These are ballista parts. I got my 4th Zenite on kill count number 1202. So I went 2 kills over the drop rate for 4 Zenites. Never lucky. I did not get a single monkey tail, but these are the ballista parts I got. 1 extra trident from Big Kraken while I was going for the tentacle. I believe I'm at like 400 KC. Don't really see myself ever killing that boss again because, well, it's just AIDS. It's like AFK, but it's not AFK because it can hit you back to back like 26 and it does so much damage. So it's one of those bosses where you want to AFK, but because you're a hardcore, you can't really do that without being an idiot. So yeah, not going back to Kraken. I have a dark bow, and that's probably the only bow I'll ever have that can use dragon arrows. 1 prim duplicate, 2 eternal duplicates, and an extra smoldering stone, since I did make 1 into the infernal axe. 1 hydra tail. I did have 2, but I managed to alch the first one while the alch value was still 900 or something thousand. So that was nice. Rune boots. This isn't everything. I've alched some of them on task, but I was collecting them in the beginning, inspired by Alcon. But I don't really see the point. I could alch them if I want, but it's not really a significant sum of money. And I like having placeholders for all the runite items here that I get from Heart Clues or Slayer or whatnot. So those are here. I don't know what the hell is this. I can get rid of it. Or these. Nice. And these are the dragon items. I got these from Dust Devils when I was trying to get an Abyssal Demon task. I believe I was like 2000 Dust Devil kill count at the time. These are both from Skeletal Wyverns and these are from Elite Clues. I alched all the extra dragon simmies that I got from Demonic Gorillas and I left 1. I don't really like the placeholder like this. I'd rather have 1. 830 knives. On Hydra's release day I was killing the small ones a bit. I was too scared to kill the big one then, and I got the knife drop from those. And then when I started killing the actual alchemical Hydra, I got 1 knife drop from that. So I tried using these. Actually no, it wasn't these, it was these. I tried using at Zulra for PB when I got a Zulra task, but it was shit. I figured the dark bow was actually better for a faster time. And yeah, these are actually not from Hydra. They are back when you could get these from raids. I got 3 Dragon Throne Axe drops. I think in a span of 400 raids, I got 4 Arcanes and 3 Dragon Throne Axes and nothing else. And I was not very much enjoying raids back then, needless to say. Some Javelin heads. These are actually a decent alcohol, 1.1k each. Oh, just a tip, if you're doing demonic gorillas, I believe it's more fletching XP to, rather than making these into dragon javelins, to alch these, and then with the money you get, you buy broad arrowheads, and it ends up being more fletching XP. Because once you've made a javelin, the alch value goes to shit. See, 270 from 1.1k. And unless you have a ballista, these are just straight up worthless. So yeah, that's a nice tip. Torn prayer scrolls from raids, 48k each, amounts to 2.7 mil. Some pots, these are all from the bone daily. Because you just give him bones and he gives you the buckets of slime and the filled pots. So every day I get 39 more free pots and 39 more free buckets. I got this from Konar Slayer when it was a thing. I never really bothered fixing it because, yeah, I don't really need it for anything. An Arcane, I should drop this over to my alt at some point. I just haven't bothered because it's barely worth anything. Oh, it's 4.5 mil. That's actually not too bad. Some Ensouled Bloodwell heads. I got these from Slayer when I started recently. I released all the placeholders after I used the Ensouled heads I had from 99 Slayer before doing my prayer grind. These are here for the clue step if I manage to fuck up and teleport out from the island from Entrana while wearing the black D-hide, which I've done once already. These I should make into something to free a bank space. Yeah, that's for the loot tab, I guess. This is the Zulrah tab. Been doing Zulrah actively lately a bit. It's Olympus Bingo and I wanted to contribute somehow. And I also realized that I do need a lot of scales for raiding that I do plan on doing. Now that I'm maxed and I want to focus a bit on RNG goals and item hunting again. And one of my main goals is the Twisted Bow, and since I'm doing blowpipe raids, I don't even have a Dragon Hunter crossbow, I do end up using a lot of scales with the blowpipe and with the trident. So that will definitely last me a while, but definitely not too long. And I will probably not get the T-bow with this amount of scales, if things go as they have so far. Some Karambwans, I AFK'd a decent amount of these, like way back, and cooked them. This will probably last me forever. Some Anglers, I'm already done with Serb, Zami, Bandos. So I don't really see myself using this very actively anywhere. This will probably last me a long time. You profit these as long as you do Zulrah. Don't really use these at all either. If I take food for Slayer, it's always Karambwans. This is just, I take 6 of these and the rest of inventory is Karambwans when I do Zulrah. And I only use this when I need to combo it. They give me a total of 40 health. Made some bones to Peaches yesterday. Like I said earlier, I have an Armadillo task for tomorrow, so since you want to be on Ancient Spellbook, this is what you gotta do. Some antivenoms for Zulrah, the teleports. These Onyxes are all from either Tecton or Zulrah. So yeah. 6.3 thousand snakeskin, but this isn't everything because very often if I get a snakeskin drop and I either leave the snakeskin there or I have to eat a food to free up an inventory space, I just ditch the snakeskin. Same thing with this shit drop. Fucking putting this item on every drop table ever. Troll drop. Actually shit. And here I have more seeds that I get from PVM. These are actually all obtainable from Zulrah. So I don't want to only have placeholders for these in the seed vault. I like just dumping loot in my bank. So since I do get these seeds all from PVM, I just have them in my bank, and whatever these seeds are in seed vault are all from contracts, because once I end doing contracts you just dump everything in the seed vault instead of the bank. So these are all PVM obtainable seeds. Obviously, like I said, a lot of dwarf wheat here and another over 100 in the seed vault, I believe. A lot of antidotes, this will never be a problem. Today I used my dragon bones at the diary, so tomorrow I'll have to use baby dragon bones for the bone crusher charges. I alked these before max, I needed some GP, so I started rebuilding the stack of these again recently. 29 crystal seeds, I'm hoping there's some kind of semi-useful use in Prif for these. Would be interesting. Yeah. Well, and I think 20... Well, actually all of these are from Zulrah. Because whatever it is I've bought are all in weapons. Either shields or Halley or the bow. But this is, I believe, the same raid as any unique, including the Onyx. So technically I should have the same amount of these as I have scale uniques and Onyxes, which I don't think is right. I believe I have 20 something, 20, 21 or 22 scale uniques and Onyxes from Zulrah combined. So a bit more lucky on these, I guess. Some Swamp Tar, Tick Manipulation. Zulrah is probably the only viable source to get this on an Iron Man. Cooking XP. Don't really use the wines for anything, and then there's this dead item. Clue Scroll tab. This is all just a waste of bank space. I might just get rid of all this. I don't really care. I have one completed prayer book that I can use for the clue step, so yeah, I don't know. Actually, I have Armadillo pages here while I already have a full Arma book, so I don't actually know. I don't really need bank space right now, but if I ever do, then this is all going to my Alt's bank account. Some clue items. I alt most that are useless. I kept some that I either liked for some reason, or I know for a fact that you need this for a clue step. And I'm not sure about this, maybe this as well. I am missing the Bando's cloak though, and the Godsword, so. Some D-hides. I used to always have the Armadillo D-hides on, but recently I switched into the Ancient D-hide gang, since I have both the top and the bottom of that as well. And yeah, I need some purple in my life, and since I can't get any from raids, I at least want to have it in my clothes. Never ended up finishing either of these books. And the rest in this item are just some follow step items like the Lava Dragon Bones or some emote clues where I haven't created the stash yet. Yeah, I don't remember which you need two of, because there's one, I think it's the shield. There's one step in the Khazari jungle, and then there's one step at the agility pyramid, and the same for this. So I can actually never build the stash unit for those two clues. I always have to gear from the bank and go there like the good old days. But maybe one day. I'm not the most active clue doer, and lately I've been really way more interested in doing master clues, so I'm not really doing hearts or elites. The junk tab, this has to all go. I don't really have any use for this anymore because of the max cape. The only singular skill capes that have any use are the crafting cape, the construction cape, and you could argue maybe the farming cape, but I don't know. But this is all just dead. I have to get rid of this. Clean it up. Some currencies here. Or something that can be used for exchanging something. I wanted the rune tab in my main tab to be even and end here, so I had to bring some runes over here that I don't use as often. These are all pretty dead runes. Don't really need this anymore. I have the diary completed. I actually maxed with the lamp, so this only recently became useless. Some fangs from raids. Never gonna run out of those. Did some miscalculations while getting the teleports and got some extra. I do have to make the teleport nexus teleport to the troll stronghold herb patch. I still have the teleport portal that I made before the nexus, which requires 100, but I would have to get 1,000 worth for the teleport nexus, so I don't know if I can be bothered doing that. Maybe one day. Champion scrolls. This I got from Barrows. This I got getting KC too. Bandos. Nail beast nails. I don't really know if I'm ever gonna use these. I know that it's an ingredient for Sanfeus serums, but I don't know if I can be bothered. I was just when I was getting my lumberjack outfit, I managed to get the nail beast event, so I killed them for the nails. I was like, might as well. But yeah, I had sounds on, and those things make the most horrible sound in the whole game. What the shit? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but if you ever are temple trekking and you fight a nail beast, make sure to turn the sounds on, you know, for science. You can thank me later. And then there's some more junk here. I got these while going for 3 fine clots, I believe, when I was trying to get the split bark top for the clue step. I believe I need to get 2 or 3 more to make the legs as well for another clue step. So I'll be going back there at some point. I don't know if I'll ever have any use for these, probably not. Gold leaves, these are basically used for master stashes. So they are waiting here for me to get a step I haven't completed yet. These for pyramid plunder. Always before banking I try to have a full inventory of golden items, so once I got the scepter I would just have these noted with me when I do pyramid, and I can charge the scepter easily every time. I don't really know if I need this for anything, because I know the max cape works as the agility cape and the agility cape works as a graceful cape. But Hauki told me that there's a clue step where you need the full graceful, and he didn't know if max cape works, so I'm holding on to it for now. But if the max cape works, I'm just selling this for the... I'm just selling it for the marks of grace and buying more amulets. Infernal cape, farming cape. Right, so this is probably what you wanted to see the most. As you can see, the only thing really missing is armadillo chestplate and armadillo chain skirt. And fortunately I've only done 1 armor kill count, so it would be quite stupid if I did have one of those items. But this looks nice, the max cape variants here. I used to have the infernal cape, the mage cape and the assembler here, but now I got to replace them with the max capes. And yeah, this is my main gear tab, obviously. This is a placeholder twisted bow. It would go here if I ever got one. Maybe I'd even switch them around like this then. But currently this is how things are. This is my gear on the account. And yeah, 2 Elder Moles, always lucky. 4 bucklers, no DHCB. 2 Staffs of the Dead, 2 Brimstone Rings. Here are the Slayer jewelry I was talking about earlier. An SGS, very good for Slayer. I got this as soon as I got a blowpipe. I really wanted it before I continue Slayer to stop one tick flicking. And yeah, that's pretty much what it enabled for me. The Sammy Godsword is here. Very useless item. Haven't really used it a single time anywhere. Dragon Claws, I use these for Hespori. I use them to kill the dragons for my prayer grind. Pretty handy item. Also at Barrows. As you can see, I have the Thorax set, I have a Gothen set, I have a Verok set, and that's my full sets. I'm missing the Carol top and the Koi for the Carol set, missing the Ahrim skirt for the Ahrim set, and the Darok's axe for the Darok set. I don't really see myself going back to Barrows. The only items that you would want out of what I have left is the Ahrim skirt, which is redundant because I have Ancestral. And the Carol top obviously is one of the nicest tanking items in the game for God Wars, and I would wear it even now when I go to Armadillo, but since I don't have it, I kind of can't be bothered. D-Hide gets the job done just nicely. And if I get the Armadillo chestplate, it's an instant upgrade from the leather top anyway. I know you can use the Carol's top for meleeing, and you can't do that with the Armadillo because it lowers your melee stats, but if I get a Bloodwell task, I just go there in max strength with bandos. Well, max strength as in with the Dragon Defender for me. And I just can't melee pray, because like I was talking earlier, I have more than enough prayer pots to be able to do something like that. These are all from Demonic Gorillas. Some diamond bolts, ruby bolts. I believe I made these for Saradomin and had plenty left over. 12,000 dragon darts. I'd say 10,000 of these are from raids, and the rest 2,000 are from either dragon implings or what is it called? Konar Slayer. Like I did a day of Konar Slayer and I got like 1,000 dragon arrow tips, I think, from the keys, which is absolutely fucked. Here are the broad arrows I made for 99 fletching. I don't think I'll ever use these for anything. My mithril darts still have like 50,000 that I can make, or was it 60,000? Addy darts, I also have a full blowpipe of addy darts right now, so I have a total of 51,000, plus I also had a lot of addy ore to make more, so no problems here. And I will use these for everything basically, where I blowpipe for DPS. And doing Zulra and raids, I will probably get more addy back than what I actually use. Rune darts, these will only be used at Inferno, nowhere else. And the dragon darts I have here, I only use when I get a PB layout in chambers and I want to get a new PB time with rope skipping and everything, so yeah. These are the dragon bolts I got from doing Warcath, and I am using all of these only for Inferno, and like if you want me to like even just for Zak basically. I don't like when I'm doing the waves in the Inferno, I only use the blowpipe. I solve everything just with the blowpipe, and I save all of my bolts for Zak. Because I really like doing Inferno, and it would suck if I ran out of dragon bolts before I get a T-bow. So just using these for Inferno on Zak, and I think you use around 10 of each per Zak, so it's not really that bad even. These are something I've been AFKing because chiseling gems is very AFK. Takes a long time. Been doing some post-max hunter, so when I got an armor task I could just straight up go and do it, which is nice because that's exactly what's happened right now. I got an armor task today and I have the chins ready here for almost 3 full tasks. Here's the Nightmare Zone gear. I do Nightmare Zone every time I'm away from home or something for some post-max total XP for ranks. And this is just shit junk. Oh, there's heart glue here. I should alt this. But yeah, that is the Hardcore Iron Man bank after max. I am gonna show you guys the seed vault, I think. And then after that, wait, I'm still not used to this thing. Like that. Dude, what the shit is this Warriors Guild teleport? Whoever used this for anything, like, come on bro, just change it with this Farming Guild teleport. It would be so fucking good. Okay, rant over. Can't do a contract quite yet. Oh, my Hespori is grown. Might give you guys some maxed Hardcore Iron Man PVM content as a bonus if you made it this far into the video. So here is the seed vault. Everything here is after seed vault came out. I dumped everything from my bank into the seed vault, and also whenever I finish doing contracts I dump everything here. And I've done, I think I did 330 contracts pre-nerf, which I'm very sad about. I should have abused it more because it was obvious it was going to be nerfed and pushed to do at least 1,000 or so. But now I'm at around 700 contracts completed, I think. Could be way more, but it could also be way less. I'm not really complaining. I do my daily tree run every morning like I was talking earlier, so not really any problems with Hespori. I used to struggle a bit early at some point, but just doing contracts actively and tree run every day, you should be able to profit quite a lot of Hespori seeds. I pretty much kill it on the dot, and I managed to profit 66 while having Chronos planted all the time. Torstal seeds, Snapdragon seeds, and basically here in the favorite slot I just have everything that I use for my herb runs. it's usually either one of these herbs and then always 5 limpwood roots. Quite a lot of iris seeds. This is what I've been farming after max because my Chronos is still here. And I've been waiting for the Chronos to die so I can plant an Adas and start farming these big boy herbs with the Adas planted to not waste any potential. But I don't really mind farming some iris. And I've been really enjoying the farm runs with the Maxscape. Maybe I can do one for the brothers here before the end. You know, all the allotment seeds, like you can see, I remember some people complaining that you don't get enough snapegrass seeds, but clearly you do. Like, this is a ridiculous fucking amount of snapegrass if I used all of it. Watermelon also, the only source for these used to be either Kraken or Temple Trekking. You didn't really get that many from Master Farmer. But with the Farming Guild this has been completely broken, and I'm gonna hide the game chat for safety purposes. Actually, let's just do this. And, well, it's just a joke now. You have so many. And basically what the seed vault is nice for is that every time you complete contracts, you just dump everything here. And even when you get chained and you get some shit tier contract, you still have the seeds here available. Here are the flower seeds. Obviously the only one I really use is limpwood. These are all for contracts, and I've only had 2 white lily drops in my 140 kc Hespori almost. So pretty unlucky with that, I think. Here are the rest of the herb seeds. The shitty herbs are here. The Marantils I was farming before prayer for a bit for the altar, since I can't obviously use the wilderness altar. I had to farm some Marantils, so made those. Probably will not farm any of these unless I get chained for a contract, but everything up from here I will farm. Even the dwarf weeds I will farm, I think, because while the herb is useless, it's very good farming XP. I believe you get almost 200 per herb you pick for dwarf weed. And then, well, Lanthodimes I will make magic potions. Obviously the secondary is pretty easy nowadays. And this is an awesome seed, obviously. I have another 100 in the bank. And these are all gonna be used. I did need like 7.2 thousand super energy 4 doses, and I only had 3,000 in my bank, so I do need to farm more. And this is gonna be even more prayer pots. These are the hop seeds from contracts. I recently only took everything from the seed vault and put them into the bank, because I have a place for each of those in the bank. These obviously also for contracts. You don't really need to replant the ones that you have around the game because they grow back. So these are just here for the contracts. And the tree seeds that I get from contracts here, I usually make the saplings every night and water them, and if I need some, and so when I wake up in the morning the saplings are already there and I don't have to start watering anything in the morning. These also here from contracts, not really from Zulrah, because I would not bring seeds I get from Zulrah into the seed vault. Like I said, I have seeds I get from PVM placeholders in the bank. And then there's these, basically for getting chained. And well, this is just all for getting chained, except these I need. These are nice. I already have 400 of these, so I will probably die on the account before using all of those, let's be real. And then these also for contracts. Oops. And last but not least, the Anima Seeds. While I've been maxing, I haven't really done herb runs. The way I saw it, I want to do herb runs with a Maxscape. And to do herb runs, you need to have the Adas planted. So all this time, I've constantly had the Chronos planted, and because things grow faster, I've just been spamming contracts. And, you know, getting a lot of seeds so that after max I could start planting the Adas and start farming the seeds I have. Is this shit ready? No. I guess I can show off the collection log for a bit. But keep in mind, a lot of my bosses were killed before the collection log was a thing. So while you can see my kill counts here, you can't really see all the items because it came out afterwards. Sire, I didn't kill. I got an Elder Maul on 80 KC or something, so... yeah, I'm not gonna go and risk my account for the bludgeon when I have the Maul. Here is Hydra. This is the KC I got the claw on. Hydra is fully on the collection log for me, so... this is pretty much it. I completed 2 full rings, 2 tails, got 1 knife drop, and then the claw. Barrows I did pre collection log. I've done some after. Not much barrows done, honestly. I just wanted the fucking Carol stop, which I never got. This is some, no. Oh, fuck this item, honestly. Serb is fully completed here, but this is actually a funny story. This is not my first prim, this is not my first Eternal, but this is my first Pegation. So when I went back to Serb, I ended up getting my second prims on 496. And then I got my third Eternals on 512, I think. And then on 522 I got my Pegations. So essentially I finished Serb in 24 kills. I got every crystal in those spans, although this was a duplicate and this was the third duplicate. But yeah, no complaints there, got very lucky. Obviously I've not done any of those. 547 Zidiana kills, in which I got 1 Armadillo crossbow, 2 Saradomin hilts and 7 Saradomin swords. I am missing the Saradomin slide and the pet for completion, so as far as I'm concerned, Saradomin is completed. Don't see myself going back for that item. Not done any corp on the account. I've done DKs to have a Berserker ring, a Seer's ring, a Warrior ring, 3 Dragon axes, and the Mud Battle Staff. The Seer Cult is a elite crew requirement, but elite crews are pretty dead, so I don't know if I'll go back there ever. Probably not. I've done 10 Jad kills on the account, no pet. Bandos is also fully on the collection log, which is kind of nice. And I do have the Bandos pet, actually. So 3 Bandos chest plates and the pet, and then I got the tassets of a minion on 512 kill count, I believe. I've gotten 2 Bandos tasks after, and both times I just took 3 or 4 kills, I think, to get some easy points. I really want to get water, but it will be weird if I leave mid-video. And I don't really want to edit anything. I just want to end this recording and just put it straight to YouTube like that. Oh yeah, here's the Espori. 132 kill count, and this is what I have. The drop rate for all of these is the same, so I have actually been very lucky getting the shit useless seed the least. I don't think I've ever planted a Eosor or Lasor or whatever this is called. So I've never planted this. I've always planted Chronos for contracts and then Adas for when I want to farm. So very lucky to have Adas actually as my most common seed drop, and this one as the least common, because, well, this is the best one, this is the second best one, and this is the worst one. You could argue Chronos is the best if you are in need and you constantly do contracts, but yeah. 3 Infernal Completions on the account. 1 is still in the bank, 1 was made into a maxcape, and 1 was gambled. I would like to try and go for the pet through Slayer, not forcing it, skipping for Infernal task, but whenever I get offered one, I would like to attempt it. Calphite Queen, I got the head in 19 kills, so after that I was doing Slayers on the stream, and I promised that the last 10 Calphite kills on task I would go to the Queen, so that's where the extra 10 kills came from. King Black Dragon, 800 kill count, 10 heads, and I believe I have 7 Dragon Med Helms, which is the same drop rate as the head. No Dragon Pickaxe, so far at least. Now that I'm maxed, I will start working on this item again, and hopefully I can get it without fucking dying to some shitty nerdneck PKer. Andy. Kraken, I have the jar, I have the trident, I have the tentacle. Never going back there. This is my next project. Like I said earlier, I have a task right now and I will start working on these 2 items. If I get these 2 items, I'm out. I don't care if I'm missing the hilt or the helmet. Like, I just want these 2 items for solar raids. Zami. This is my spear kill count actually, so before the spear I got 2 Staffs of the Death and a Zami hilt. And then finished on the spear. Have not done this boss, nor this. Obviously not that. So this is my Scotizo kill count from 99 Slayer. Got the pet. Got the claw. No jar though. And... Did I actually get an Onyx? I feel like this is lying to me right now. I don't think I got an Onyx from Scotizo. It has to be from something else and it shows up here. Thermi is where I got my occult from. 60 kc I believe. I've done some afterwards for a boss task or something. I have 10 occults in total now. Missing the battle staff, don't really need it anymore since I've made my molten glass and I have the Tome of Fire nowadays. Wildy boss. Warcath, only killed 50 for the head, not doing more. Useless risk I don't have to take, so why take? Winter Todd, not really a boss, and then Zulra, which is not fully on the log. I'm missing like 5 Tanzanite fangs, 5 magic fangs, 1 Serp helm, the jar, and a couple of onyxes, and some crystal seeds. Luckily the snakeling and the mutagen are here, so I don't have to get those again. I hope I get the swamp jar before I get the magma mutagen. I don't really have anything in the collection log that is green, so that as if I've completed it, so it would be nice if I would be able to complete Zulra one day. This is incorrect. Not because I don't have a twisted bow, I don't have one, but I have 1 more maul. I have 2 more dexes, 4 more arcanes, 1 more buckler, and yeah, these onyxes are actually all from Tecton, which is fucked up. And all of them are solos as well, so yeah, no Dragon Hunter crossbow, no twisted bow, no Kodai. At this point I hope I just get the twisted bow and don't do some half-assed upgrade first to the Dragon Hunter crossbow and then build a couple thousand more raids before I get the twisted bow, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna be working on with Arma as well. No Theater of Blood done on the account, and I don't think I ever will. The way I see it is hardcore Iron Man can't do revs, so we can't get a similar source of GP like normal Iron Man, and the meta is to buy your blood runes. If you want to PVM on a hardcore and you have a Sanguinesti and a Scythe, not only do you have to kill Zulra for scales, so you can be PVM through Blowpipe, you also have to make blood runes in order to be able to support your blood rune usage in these 2 items. And honestly, I have no problem no prepping raids without the Sanguinesti, so while people say, oh dude, the Sanguinesti is so nice, no, you're just shit at the game, dude. Just get good, you don't really need this item. Clue, I haven't done really much and nobody cares about this, so let's skip that, and this is also pretty dead content. Oh yeah, here's the temple tricking thing, Shadows of Morton thing I was talking about earlier, trying to get the fine clots. And oh yeah, pets. I do have the Bandos pet. Scotizo, Zulra, Heron, Golem, Beaver. I actually got 3 beavers from 90 to 99 woodcutting. All of these are from redwoods. And the baby chin pet. In total I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pets. Which I don't really care about pets at all, so here are the champion scrolls. I've not used them. Would free up some inventory space. And this is all kind of, oh yeah, I completed gorillas, like I got the 4th Zen item 1202 I showed you in my bank already, so Yeah. Other load is completed. Yeah, revs, blah, blah, blah. Wait, let's see the Slayer. This is post-log though, so I've missed out on a lot of things that could be here but are not here. Tsar. Well, I do have these bought. I don't really kill Tsar. I know it's somewhat efficient if you do it. Oh my fucking god, this thing is missing. Are you fucking kidding me? I am never getting another one, so that will always be missing. Not that I killed too many for my first one anyway. I killed 654 for my Warhammer, so not really too big of a grind. I guess I can show these off as well. I've not reset, well, even if I reset, the kill count would be here. So these are the Slayer kill count for the account. I believe it gets interesting here. So this many blood welds, I extended them from the start because it was such good XP, and all of these are the ones in the catacombs. Some dust devils. I stopped doing Kurasks when I unlock Necreals because they're like budget Necreals basically. Some gargoyles, good GP, Necreals. Most of these are not barraged. I only started barraging after the farming guild. Every Necreal before that was killed in the Slayer tower with a slaughter bracelet. Abyssal demons, some spiritual mages. This is also from getting kill count for bosses. But I did kill 800, I believe, for my first pair of dragon boots, which is absolutely fucked. It's a 1 in 128 item. So yeah, never lucky. Some smoke devils, 253 superiors. Only superior drops I have in one mist staff and one dust staff. And then 4 dust staffs on top of that from dust devils. And here is the Hydra kill count. 1492 Hydra, and the others one are the small ones on the day of the release. 1 worm, it's a diary task to kill one. I blocked worms and drakes instantly, and I'm not planning on unblocking either really. What the fuck is a champions log? Yeah, nope. I guess the boss log is the last thing. So Kriara, that will go up tomorrow unless I die, which I probably won't, unless I DC. Here are the other kill counts. I'm just gonna let you, I've shown you all my items, so I'm just gonna show you the kill counts here. And almost this many Zulra, a bit of everything here. 1000 rage KC, some challenge mode. Really bad at challenge mode. Looking forward to doing some with the twisted bow if I ever get one. Hopefully I don't get a bow as last item, because bow is really good in raid, so it would be nice to have something to go for with the bow. Because if you finish with a bow, it's kind of bullshit, because then you can go, oh yeah, I'm gonna do some CM for the dust now. Yeah, we are champ, dude. It would be nice to use the bow to go for some other items. Here's the Hydra kill count, Hespori kill count, 2 mimics. Yeah. I wanted to do a farm run, but I've been talking for so long, I think I'm just gonna call it there. I hope you enjoyed the ramble. I've never done anything like this really before. I was just kind of coming up with shit as I go, so thanks for watching, I guess. And if you are a watcher of my stream, thank you for the support throughout the time of me playing this account. Being able to stream things like this really made it more interesting for me to do as well. And yeah, I guess I don't really have much to say apart from that. Take care, gamers. Stay safe and gain a lot of XP. Goodbye.